Hi guys, welcome back to Eerie Covenant. I have been learning about a lot of history and folklore here in Ireland, and it has been pretty awesome research. And of course, since it is the season of the witch and the crone, I want to discuss ancient and modern Samhain, especially with the Irish history of it. So, let's get started. Samhain is a pagan festival originated from an ancient Celtic spiritual tradition. Samhain is a Gaelic word and spelt like Samhain, but it is pronounced Samhain. It is celebrated October 31st through November 1st, between the fall equinox and winter solstice. In ancient times, the Druids celebrated for 3 days and 3 nights, and it was mandatory. Just saying, I think that should still be a rule. Definitely. Okay, so the ancient Celts marked Samhain as the most significant of the four quarterly fire festivals, having hearth fires in the family homes and left to burn out as the harvest was gathered. After the gathering, they joined Druid priests to light a community fire using a wheel that caused friction and sparked the flames. The wheel represented the sun and was used along with prayers. Cattle were sacrificed, and then they sealed the night by taking flame from the communal bonfire back to relight their hearth. This is celebrated to welcome the harvest during the dark half of the year. Believed to be that the barriers between worlds, the physical and spiritual, break down during Samhain, allowing more interaction between humans and spirits of all kinds, of all the other worlds. Back to the celebration being mandatory, the community had to show themselves to the kings of the land, and failure to participate meant punishment from the gods, usually illness or death. In Ireland, a military aspect put into place, holiday thrones were made for the commanders of soldiers. Anyone who committed a crime or used their weapons during the celebration, faced a death sentence. I thought that was pretty interesting. These guys were really in touch spiritually. Alright, so Samhain creatures. Because Celts believed the barrier between worlds was breachable, offerings were made for creatures and spirits, fairies, imps, Puka, which is a shape-shifting creature, and Lady Gwyn, or a headless woman in white, accompanied by a black pig. The headless horseman, which is an omen of death here. Banshees, of course, and a group of hunters known as Fairy Host, who haunts Samhain to kidnap souls. In the Middle Ages, Samhain changed a bit. Bonfires were more personal and near the farms of the community, believed to protect from fairies and dark witches. A turnip was carved into a jack-o'-lantern and hung and embedded with coal. Later, the Irish switched it to pumpkins. These are to ward off any evil from the home, or to scare off any dark spirits. The Dumb Supper, a supper made by celebrants after inviting ancestors to join them. After children played games to entertain the dead, and adults would update the dead on the last year's news. That night, windows were left open to let the dead in for offerings and cakes. Halloween was created after the Irish immigrated to America, bringing traditions over there. Days leading up to All Hallows Eve, trick-or-treating was adopted from the old Irish and Scottish practices called mumming, which was the practice of putting on costumes or animal fur and going door to door singing to the family's dead ancestors. And cakes were given to them as payment for appreciation. Pranks or tricks were believed to be caused by fairies. So, witches this month, honor your dead, and keep the Samhain tradition alive. It is my favorite time of year and definitely my favorite holiday. So, this is the information I dug up about ancient Samhain and how it turned into Halloween today. And I hope you enjoyed it. Love and light from Erie Covenant. And tomorrow I will probably be doing more on like mythological creatures and stuff for the month of October, but I'll also still be doing our deities. Alright, guys.